Hi guys, good morning. Today is construction day 63.
Construction day 63, and before we go up to the work site, I just want to thank everyone for some really fantastic comments on our video we did yesterday with our neighbors. Some really kind words, and special thanks to Rory, one of our viewers, for that kind gift. And I'm going to do a private video for you. I think I know how to upload a video on YouTube to a specific person. I seen that in the analytics, and I'm going to give that a shot today, Rory, okay? So thank you very much. We do need to be careful about raising money. That's not why we did the video at all. Wilma and I are their neighbors, and we'll make sure they're okay. There's plenty of backstories from Wilma that you guys have no idea about. We're not going to share that, because Wilma is a extremely generous person. But I think you guys know that. She is no stranger to poverty. So just for a minute, I want to talk about poverty, and then third world country. You're supposed to say the word developing country now. We're supposed to all be PC. So there's a difference. Now I'm talking specifically about the Philippines, but we can mention a whole host of countries that have real poverty. And then here in the Philippines, as compared to first world, there's poverty, and then there's Philippine poverty, the poorest of the poor. And if you ask them, if you could have anything, what would you want? And I know what the answer is because I've had these conversations. This is what they'll say every time, the same answer from all different people. Rice and dried fish. That's their dream. That's all they want. Typically they have vegetables and fruits off the land, so they have an abundance of that. They really don't have money per se. They do sell some of their fruits and vegetables, but they barter a lot. What they'll do is they'll go out, and I'm talking about the poorest of the poor. They'll go out and garden their vegetables and fruits, go down to the barangay, walk around, and trade. That's what they do. Now they do sell as well to get a few pesos, but there's poverty, and then there's real poverty. So thank you guys for all your comments. I could definitely tell by the comments of who's in the first world country and who has either been to the Philippines or currently live. It's very easy to tell the difference. Looking back 24 hours, I'm very glad that Wilma bugged me enough to do the video. Like I said, I was resistant to do it, and I'll tell you why. Because of your comments. That's the reason. Because we're coming at it as just showing the real Philippines. We're not flashy people at all, Wilma and I. We're not. We're very blue-collar folks, and we're here to enjoy our retirement and enjoy our time here. And if we can help some of the locals, we'll definitely do that, and we'll continue to do that. So again, Rory, thank you for your kind and generous gift. Like I said, we're going to go up and spend some time with our neighbors this afternoon, not just to hand over your gift, but just to sit down and have some conversation with them. So again, guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you up at the work site. So standing here right in front of the house, so I'll do a quick pan and show you guys all that scaffolding work. I'll do a quick zoom. You can see that's taken a lot of time. I think they're on day 3 now of putting the scaffolding up, and they still have a ways to go. So I'll go ahead and get a little closer and show you what's going on. So it appears they have just about enough scaffolding, maybe short just over in this area. I'm not sure, but yesterday afternoon they poured the first column of the carport, so that's the one that sticks out, the 2 meters. So they went ahead and poured that, and then today they're forming up the second concrete column, which will have a tie beam going across to the house. And then there'll be a tie beam going across here. And then, you know, the main tie beam in the front. So they're still needing to form that up. That's going to take some time. So I think I was right in my, you know, my guess saying that this is going to be a couple of weeks. I think they're at what, 3 or 4 working days into this, and they got a long way to go because they still have to build all those rebar cross beams, and then once that is done, they have to form them all up and pour this. So I would imagine they'd pour this today or tomorrow, but say 2 more weeks. So that would be about 3 weeks in total to get ready to pour. So this is definitely taking some time. Here's a good look at the 3 metal columns. They have them all in place now, all in concrete footings, which you can see there. You can see there. So they are drying. So now at least you can see the running line of the west side of the carport. So you can see the scaffolding here at the back end. A lot of work left to go. And then they are getting ready to get all the purlins up. Now I believe they're not going to use that C-channel purlins. They're going to use the boxed approach for additional strength, because there are going to be no trusses here as I understand it. It's all going to be boxed steel. So I'll see if I can locate one of them and show you what that looks like. Alright, so you guys seen it many times. So here is an example of that C purlin. So it looks like a C, the letter C. And that's what they have used up on the top to span the trusses that the metal roof will be laying on top of and riveted in. And here is an example of what type of steel they're using for the carport. So the difference is, you can see that it's open on one side and this is boxed in. So this, you know, looks like a 2x4. So obviously this is stronger, and they're going to be using that to span that 3.5 meters of the carport. So some good news and bad news. So they started pouring the floor, the concrete floor in the main room. So they got one side completed, and then now they switched over to the left side. But guess what happened right before lunch? Both mixers ran out of fuel, and there's no fuel here. So that's not a good sign. I already texted the contractor letting him know. And I guess Wilma and I are going to have to go downtown with the scooter and get some more fuel. So that's frustrating and disappointing. So with the sun right above me, I'm not sure how this shot will come out, but we'll give it a shot. You can see the conduit coming down to the middle of the wall in the main living area. So viewer question was, what about data lines? So this is going to be conduit used for the electrical box, which will be right here on the wall where the TV will go. And then our Ethernet cable will also run down this wall. And this is where the main Wi-Fi will be, where the modem will be. And we'll have a mesh system. We already purchased it. And there will be, so one modem, and then the Wi-Fi will be here. And then there'll be a mesh unit connected through Ethernet going through this wall, which you can see the hole here. So there'll be one mesh unit hooked up via Ethernet on the master bedroom side. And then there'll be a third mesh that'll go up in the roof, go out, and go out to the pergola area under roof. And there'll be a third mesh system that'll be on the outside here in the pergola area, right around this area or possibly this area, that'll be pointing out to the pool area. So we'll have Wi-Fi out there. So the main Wi-Fi will be in the main room, obviously, because that's where, you know, most activity will be. Then there'll be a second mesh system directly hooked for the master bedroom, and then a third out here in the pergola area pointing out, you know, this way to get the 2-meter overhang and the pool area. So that's how we designed it with the architect, and that was a good question from that viewer. So a very quick pool update. You can see Richard has started working on backfilling the pool. So here are the 5 meters going across. We left this area open because this is where the water feature will be. So the foreman asked to leave that area open. We have water lines coming in here, and there will be an electrical line coming through for this water feature. So he wanted that open. So Richard worked on bringing up the dirt to where the coping will be, and then did this little piece here, and then take a look. He completed this 10-meter stretch. So now look how wide this area is. It really does look wider because of that, you know, that giant hole that was here that needed to be filled in. So I measured this. This is 15 feet across. So this is going to be a real nice area. Now you can see that it slopes down pretty quickly. We just wanted to get the dirt up here and then start compacting it so they can start forming up and do the coping. So eventually we'll get this to be just ever so slightly tapered away. And then what we believe we're going to do here for landscaping is we'll plant grass, and then more than likely have pavers, because this will all be concrete. We'll have some kind of a walking paver path coming this way through the grass, leading to the eventual concrete steps that'll go down to Wilma's garden. So that's the thought process now. Again, all subject to change, but wanted to show you that Richard's doing a nice job here. So now he's today tackling this third side, which is going to be his most challenging side. So you can see there's a lot of backfill needed. So what he's doing is going around collecting rocks from the site, and here buried in this extra dirt that we have is quite a few rocks. So he's starting there and coming around and just putting some heavy rocks in, and he'll do that all the way across. They're going to have to move their mixer to another location. And then where Wilma's standing, the boss, that's a very high area, so that needs to come down. So once he gets the rocks filled in here and then goes all the way across with as many rocks as he can locate, then we'll start right where Wilma is and start knocking some of that dirt down in, and then he'll take, you know, a good 50% or more of this dirt that's been saved to backfill this side. And then of course, as you guys already know, there's still a ton of dirt down there that Richard will be able to grab. And then I did show you about 4 videos ago, in front of the fence there's an additional at least 12 inches of dirt going all the way across the front of the property that he'll eventually take as well. So we have plenty of backfill. It's just a matter of labor to get it all in place. So that's going to take probably, you know, the balance of this week to do this, and then next week to do that. So we're looking at probably 2 weeks of labor to get the pool all backfilled. And then once it's all backfilled, the crew will start coming away from all the scaffolding work and start forming up and pouring the coping for the pool. So that's the plan. And then in between time, as long as the guys have some fuel, they will continue to pour the main room, and then the master and walk-in closet and master bathroom. So that'll be done in between. Okay, so Felix has just started working the structure, and let me zoom in here a little bit. He just started working the structure of the steel for the dirty kitchen roof. So the overhang here off the main house to the back wall is 10 feet tall, and like I said, he's just starting to work placing the steel in place. So I'll back up just a little bit and take the zoom away. You can see that the structure is just starting to get done. All right, we got some good news. We are back in business. So we have gasoline for the mixer, and they're back from lunch, and they're wrapping up this section.